Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you'd be fine. This is exercise 7A of Think New Syllabus Mathematics Book 1. Today we are going to start the new chapter that is related to linear equations. After having a concept of what is algebra, what are variables, now we are going to use this algebra to find out the value of an unknown, okay? Like if you people will do geometrical constructions or you'll do some other stuff in geometry, you'll come up with these type of equations where these equations would help you out in figuring out that how you are going to find out the value of an unknown. Okay. So let's start with the basic concept that how do we find out the values of an unknown. For example, let me give you an example and then we'll move towards few more. Let's say I have some money in my pocket. I don't know how much money do I have in my pocket, but then I just put in some more money in my pocket and that was, let's say, 5 rupees. Okay. I didn't know that is how much money did I have earlier, but then I added 5 rupees into it and I pull out everything from my pocket and I figure out that the sum of money was 100 rupees. So if I want to find out that how much money was there inside my pocket before putting this 5 rupees, how will I found it? I will simply subtract this 5 from 100 rupees. So I'll come to know that earlier I would have 95 rupees in my pocket. This is the basic concept of algebraic equations. So now let's move to this equation. What does this mean? X plus 8 is starting from part A. X plus 8 equals to 15 means that earlier I had some money in my pocket, then I added 8 rupees into it and it turned out to be 15 rupees. So how much money was there in my pocket earlier? What will I do? I'll simply shift this plus 8 on the other side and it would be X is equals to 15. They would remain same. You see? X would remain on its place is equals to 15 would remain on its place. X was on the left hand side, so it would remain same. Similarly, 15 was on the right hand side, so there won't be any change in these numbers. All we need to do is we'll just shift plus 8 to the other side from the left hand side to the right hand side. So what will happen from plus 8? It will be minus 8 and then all I need to do is just to solve this one, which would give me the answer 15 minus 8 is equals to 7. It means earlier in my pocket there were 7 rupees. Okay, and now if you add 7 and 8 you will get a total of 15, so it verifies your answer. So what is basically the concept? Basically what we do over here, when we have a number on one side and we have to remove it from that side to find out the value of an unknown, what we do basically just put the negative sign, the opposite sign of that particular number and try to remove it from here. Because if I will subtract 8 from positive 8, this 8 will cut this 8, but I cannot subtract any number or add any number on one side. What I can do the same operation on both hand sides, right? I will subtract 8 from both right hand side and left hand side. So this would have an impact on positive 8 on the left hand side and it will remove this 8 from left hand side and it would be x is equals to 15 minus 8. So your answer would be x is equals to 7. Okay, students, now let's do practice and practice will help you out in solving it way earlier. So it would be x plus 9 is equals to minus 5. We have to focus on the number that we have to remove from the variable. So this time we have a plus 9. When we will remove it, so it would be x is equals to minus 5 would remain same. Plus 9 would turn into minus 9. And then we will apply the rules of integers. I keep repeating that all what you have learned so far, you have to keep revising that. You have to keep repeating it because you are going to come up with all those concepts in some or the other way. So minus 5 minus 9 will give you a negative answer, that is minus 14, and your value of x would be minus 14. You see? Then we have part C, x minus 5 is equals to 17. You just have to figure out that what do we have to remove from x. So this time it is minus 5. We have to remove minus 5 from here. So we'll keep the other numbers as it is. That is x is equals to 17. Then when we will shift minus 5 to the other side, it would be plus 5. and then we will solve it. So x is equals to 17 plus 5. When we will add 5 into 17, it would be 22. The answer would be 20. Next, we have x minus 5 is equals to 17. Again, we have a negative number. We have to shift to the other side, but the number on the right-hand side is positive. So it would remain as positive, and it would be from minus 5, it will be plus 5 on the other hand side. And then when we will add it, so it would be, okay. Oh, we have already done this one. Let's move to the next one. Y minus 7 is equals to minus 3. This is a negative number. When we will shift it to the other side, minus 3 would remain same. We'll not change the sign of minus 3 because we are not changing any place of minus 3. We are just changing the place of minus 7. So from minus 7, it will be positive 7. And then it would be y is equals to minus plus minus. 7 minus 3 is equals to positive 4. Now, after that, we have a number where we are multiplying a variable with a number. That is, we have a coefficient. Earlier, we had constants. So what we were doing, we were just looking up with the signs of the constants and moving it to the other side to find out that what would be the value of variable. So if we would have a coefficient instead of a constant, it means this coefficient has a relation of multiplication with the variable. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So what will happen when we will move it from this side to the other? This would be divided with minus 28. What does it mean? It means the number from the numerator will move to the denominator on the other side, and the number from the denominator on left hand side will move to the right hand side on the other side. This is what you have to practice. So if you'll solve it further, 4 and 28 would be simplified with 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 sevens are 28, and then it would be minus 7. So this is the value of x. Next, we have minus 24x is equals to minus 144. Now we will not look at the signs because we are not adding or subtracting. We'll just multiply or divide in this case. So the signs would remain as it is. X is equals to minus 144 would remain on their places. All we need to do is we just have to shift minus 24 to the other side. Minus 24 is getting multiplied with x. So on the other hand side, it would be divided with 144. Minus minus cut. Now read out the table of any of the number you find easy. I know the table of 12, so I'll go for 12. 12 twos are 24, 12 12s are 124. 144 is the perfect square of 12, so I can go for it. 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12, so your answer would be x is equals to 6. Let me give you one more concept over here, students. If you have minus 24x is equals to minus 44, you have to do it the way we have already done. But if you have like 24 minus x, then what will happen? In this case, you will shift 24 on the other hand side. And this time, since 24 is getting added or subtracted with x, so on the other hand side, it will be added or subtracted. That is the opposite of what has been done over here. So since here it is positive 24, so it would be minus x is equals to 144 minus 24. You see, and look, if we have like x minus 24 is equals to 144, then what will happen? We'll shift this minus 24 on the other hand side, and it would be x is equals to 144 plus 24. So you see, the difference in multiplication and addition and subtraction, if a number is getting added with a variable, it will be subtracted on the other hand side. If a number is getting subtracted with a variable, it will get added on the other hand side. If a number is getting multiplied with a variable, it will get divided on the other hand side. These are the basic concepts that we have to follow. Now in part G, we have to upgrade ourselves. We'll have a coefficient and a constant both with a variable. Now what to do? Okay, whatever we have learned, now we have to apply that. So 3x minus 4 is equals to 11. Whenever you will have such a case, what you will do, you will remove the constant on the other hand side first, and then you will go for the coefficient. Okay, these are some of the steps that you have to recall again and again. So what will happen? 3x is equals to 11 will remain as it is. All we need to do is we'll just shift minus 4 to the other hand side, and it will be plus 4. The sign of minus 4 will change to plus 4. Then what will happen? We will add 11 with 4. We will get 15. Now what to do next? This question now becomes exact similar to part E. That is 4x is equals to minus 28. So what we did there, we simply removed 3 from here, and it would get divided with 15 on the other hand side. From multiplication to division. And now we will simplify it. 3 ones are 3, 3 fives are 15. So your answer would be x is equals to 5. Similarly, if we have 9x plus 4 is equals to 31, so we have to do the same. What? We'll simply shift plus 4 to the other hand side. So it would be 9x is equals to 31. Making these circles would help you out in figuring that what operation you have to apply on the other hand side. Okay, so if a number is getting added, it would get subtracted and nothing would happen to the other numbers. 9x would remain same, 31 on the other hand side would remain same. All the change would appear on plus 4. So from plus 4 it would be minus 4 on the other hand side. Now what we will do, we will solve 31 minus 4, which would be 27. What to do next? Now we will look at 9, which is multiplied with x. So on the other hand side, we will have to divide it, and it would be 27 upon 9. So finally the answer would be 9 ones are 9, 9 threes are 27. X is equals to 3 would be your final answer. So you see how easy it is. Just you have to follow the steps. Now part I says 12 minus 7x is equals to 6. Do not panic. Just follow the steps. 12 is a constant, minus 7x is a variable, is equals to 6. So what we have to do? First, we have to shift the constant. Here, it is a positive 12. So on the other hand side, it would be a negative 12. Apart from that, all the values would remain same. Minus 7x is equals to 6. What I did, I simply put down the values that I have to keep the same. What I did what else I did? So I circled out the digit, the number that I have to shift to the other place, and then I'll change its sign. So it would be from plus 12. Since there is no sign before 12, it is plus 12. So from plus 12, it would be minus 12 on the other side. Simple, right? Then what I do? Minus 7x is equals to 6 minus 12. 12 minus 6 is equals to 6. Sign of the greater number is negative. So it would be minus 6. Then what else I have to do? Minus 7 is getting multiplied with x. So it would be x is equals to minus 6 upon minus 7. That's it. Since I cannot simplify it further, all I need to do is just to cut down these minus signs, and it would be x is equals to 6 upon 7. This would be my final answer. Next, I have 3 minus 7y is equals to minus 12. Just follow the steps, and there you go. What I have to shift now, this 3. This 3 will be shifted to the other side. So I will keep minus 7y is equals to minus 12 as it is. You see, do not panic. Just hold on and try to figure out that what steps do I have to follow. What am I doing first? I'm just removing the constant at first when I have both constant and a coefficient together. And whatever the sign of the constant is, it will be changed. That is from positive to negative, from negative to positive. Since it's a positive 3, so on the other hand side, it would be a negative 3. Apart from that, you can observe that minus 7y and minus 12 are exactly the same. I haven't done anything with them. What to do next? Minus 7y is equals to 12 plus 3 equals to 15. Sign of the greater number would come. It would be minus 15. Then what to do next? Now I have to remove minus 7, the coefficient from here. Minus 7 is multiplying with y. So it would be y is equals to minus 15 upon minus 7. What happened? All I did, where we are multiplying a coefficient with a variable, on the other hand side, it will get divided. From the numerator, the number would get shift to the denominator. From the denominator, the number will get shift to the numerator. This is the concept of multiplication and division, right? Then what we have to do, we will cut down these two minus signs and it would be positive. But earlier we had a proper fraction 6 upon 7 where numerator was smaller, but this time we have a greater numerator, so we will convert it to the mixed number. 7 twos are 14, 1 is the remainder, so your answer would be y is equals to 2 whole 1 upon 7. Now we have question number 2. In question number 2, there's something different, but again, we have to follow the steps. If we look at these type of equations where we have variables on both hand sides, also we have constants on both hand sides. So what are we going to do? We'll follow the steps again. 3x minus 7 is equals to 4 minus 8x. So if we talk about 3x minus 7, it means I have to shift minus 7 from here to the other side. So keeping all the numbers on their places, what I will do, I'll simply shift minus 7 to the other side and it would be plus 7. You see what I did? Apart from minus 7, all the numbers are the same. 3x, 4, minus 8x. But what I did, from minus 7, it turned plus 7. Okay. Now I can solve 4 and plus 7. So what will I do? I'll combine these two like terms. 4 plus 7, both are constant, and I will add them. You have to be very careful with the signs. All the signs prior to the number are attached to that number. So 4 plus 7, it's not 4 minus 7, okay? 4 plus 7 is equals to 11 minus 8x. Now what to do next? If we look over here, we have minus 8x. So we can shift that as well to the left-hand side. So it would be 3x plus 8x. From minus 8x, since we are shifting it as a whole number, we are not shifting it from multiplication to division. So it would be 3x plus 8x is equals to 11. Then what will happen? Since both are like terms, we can add 3x and 8x. It would be 11x is equals to 11. Now the last step, we'll simply, since we are multiplying 11 with x over here, so it will get divided on the other side and it would be 11 ones are 11, 11 ones are 11. So the final answer would be 1. That's it. It's 1 upon 1 and we do not write 1 in the denominator, so it would be simply 1. Next we have part B. Let us practice for a few more questions and it would become easier for you to solve. 4x minus 10 is equals to 5x plus 7. Let us just focus on following the steps. So it says 4x. 4x is on its place. We'll shift minus 10 first. So apart from minus 10, everything would remain same. 5x plus 7. From minus 10, it would be plus 10. Then we will solve them. So it would be 4x is equals to 5x plus 17. Then what we will do, we will simply shift this 5x to the other hand side. So from plus 5x, it would be 4x minus 5x is equals to 17. Then 4 minus 5 is equals to minus 1. That is minus x is equals to 17. Now what to do? You can write minus 1 over here. Then minus 1 is getting multiplied with x. So on the other hand side, it will be divided with 17. So it would be x is equals to minus 17. So whenever you have a negative variable, all you need to do is just shift its sign to the other side. That's it. So from minus x is equals to 17, it would be x is equals to minus 17. Then we have 30 plus 7y is equals to minus 2y minus 6. First, what we have to do, we have to remove this constant from left-hand side. Follow the steps I repeat. 7y is equals to minus 2y minus 6. From plus 30, it will be minus 30. Then what we will do? It will be 7y is equals to minus 2y. Minus minus plus minus 6 minus 30 will give you minus 36. Then we will shift minus 2y to the other hand side. It will be 7y plus 2y is equals to minus 36. You just have to focus that the signs of those number are changing, which we are shifting from positive to negative. That is, if they are getting added on one side, they are getting subtracted on the other side. If they are getting subtracted on one side, they are getting added to the other side. That is what is happening over here. Then we will add 7y and 2y, so it would be 9y is equals to minus 36. Then y is equals to minus 36 upon 9. 9 ones are 9, 9 fours are 36. So your final answer would be y is equals to minus 4. Next we have part D. 2y minus 7 is equals to 7y minus 23. Same steps would be followed. Minus 7 will be shifted on this side. This would be 2y is equals to 7y minus 23 plus 7. You see, then we will figure out that what do we have to do? Do we have to add or subtract? So it would be 2y is equals to 7y minus plus minus 23 minus 7 equals to 16. This would be minus 16. Then what we will do, we will shift 7y to the other side. It would be 2y minus 7y is equals to 16. Then what will happen? We will simplify 2y with minus, this would be minus 16. So it would be minus 5y is equals to minus 16. And then y is equals to minus 16 upon minus 5. Minus minus cut. Now what we will do? We will convert it to the mixed number. 5 threes are 15 and 1 is the remainder. So this would be your final answer. That's it. Now in the next question, inshallah, we are going to learn a new concept, that is of the distributive law. So until then, take care. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe to my channel. And if it was helpful for you, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and take care. Allah Hafiz.